it'll.
Hey, Therese. So Women Awake starts in what, T minus 2.5 weeks?
Yeah.
And I know you're excited. I know you are always in Women Awake land, but particularly prepping for this fourth round of the online experience. What are you excited for? What are some of the highlights that you just are really looking forward to with this group of women?
I think that the online component, bringing Women Awake online, has so surprised me by how impactful it's been, and the depth of connections is really comparable to what happens in person. There's certain things we can't do, but I've just been so inspired such that I'm continuing to, keep it available that way. So what about you?
Thank goodness. I think after last round, I am most looking forward to the intergenerational group of women, obviously, like all ages from my age, in our 30s to 40s, 50s, 60s. I think we had last year, I guess, a couple women in their 70s.
Mhm.
And so just rolling with the cronies.
Yeah,
Rolling with the
we
cronies.
yeah, rolling with the cronies. Rolling with the cronies is the chance to be like flies on the wall, circling around a bunch of elders talking around the campfire about sex and death and hysterical things that have happened to them and things they're learning at that phase of their life, and all other taboos that you'll have to join to learn about. It's very fun.
Find out. And what about, I mean, I know that sensuality and sexuality is a huge part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
What can you say on that as far as like what you'll be touching on, and how that plays into just life force and creativity?
Yeah, Women Awake Online is very much an introduction, but it gives us the whole arc, and really sensuality and sexuality, which is the vital force, is never not active, unless you're dead. So it's really broadening our experience of what it means to be sensorial beings, and that includes the ouch and the awe. And the sexual force or the vital force is something that's in my care. It's actually a wellspring for vitality and for union and joy experienced in all kinds of ways. Sex being one choice, powerful choice, to use it in that way. So it's really reclaiming a lot of definitions, I think, that have become restricted and constricted, created a lot of confusion.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
beautiful. And I think, on that note, one of the things that always is a huge aha for me, and just something deeper and deeper each time that we work on this material, is the Hall of Shame. Like, in a weird way, that is a highlight for me, even though it makes me like freak out every single time. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's it's a
And
huge.
part of me is sitting here going like, do we want to talk about the Hall of Shame in the promotional materials? And yes, actually, it is so seminal to know where we, as a people in the present, to know where we've come from, for men and women, and to recognize the connection to thousands of years ago, and still seeing that in advertisements and still hearing it in my own mind. So it's taking a very, very broad view, and I think a compassionate view, about who we are in this time, in this point in history, in our lives as women in these bodies, men in their unique rhythms and the like, to just continue to bring us back to our nature, connected back to nature.
Mhm, mhm. Well, yeah, I think what's one more, maybe give us one more highlight, one more thing that's going to be in the 7-week program that people can look forward to, expect, just start to marinate on, and really plant those seeds if this is something that they're thinking
Yeah.
about joining.
Yeah. um, I think that it's the root healing, and it's the root healing, reconnecting our minds and our hearts with our cycle, our cyclic rhythm. We are cycle people, all of us, and women sort of have the frontline access to that. And there is so much disconnection and confusion about it. So we talk about real practical things, the top 20 womb wayfinders, different ways for you to reconnect with yourself in ways that are comfortable. I know it took me a lot of resistance, and now I'm in the journey. And every phase of life, you have an opportunity. You're invited to let something go and embody a whole new capacity. So we'll it's so seminal to reconnecting us with ourselves, with the earth, with our humanity. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Foodless nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah. The different creative expressions that you're invited to do in between class, a lot of supplemental materials because we're going on a digital platform now. So yeah, we're just helping each other find our way home.
Beautiful. Thanks for continuing to do this work. And if anybody's interested, it starts again in a couple weeks, September 30th through November 11th, with a possible cacao ceremony at the end, potentially.
Yeah.
The link is down below to register, and just reach out if you have any questions. We really hope that you can join us.
Yeah, really. Thank you.